Focus on what you want, not what you don't want. All right? Again, it comes back to the secret. All right? Truth is, you don't have to be a martial arts master to break this board today. However, I do want you to know something. If you were in a martial arts course, you'd spend 6 months to a year before you would do what we're going to do today. And we're going to be more successful than that martial arts course. Why? Because we're focusing on beliefs, not just physical things. Beliefs drive those physical things. All right, so it's a big challenge. But though you don't have to be a martial arts master to break this board, you must master one martial arts and breakthrough leadership principle. And what you must master at the key moment is you must focus on what you want, not on what you don't want. And what you want to focus on, that moment called the woo, all right, what you want to focus on is your holder's eyes, because your holder's eyes are beyond the board. What you don't want to focus on is called the board. If at the moment you go to breakthrough, you focus on what you don't want, called the board, do you know what you'll get then? You'll get what we call affectionately in my line of work, a learning experience. And you'll say, wow, that is definitely a piece of wood, all right? However, if at the moment of woo, the potential breakthrough moment, you hold your focus on what you're going for, just like Christy talked about when she was 19 years old. She didn't ever focus on the board. That's why she's standing where she's standing. All right? If you hold your focus on those eyes, you will cut through it like it's not even there. I always allow myself to be guided and directed to choose the first breaker. Never know who that'll be until I choose them, just like I don't know yet today. But several years ago, I was doing a seminar for Blue Cross Blue Shield. And the person my heart was directed to choose happened to be a 65-year-old man who was blind. Now, I knew he was older, I knew he was blind. What I did not know about this man until afterwards, when somebody came and told me, was that this 65-year-old blind salesperson had raised 5 sighted daughters as a single blind parent. And all 5 of his daughters were flourishing in their lives. All right, he was beloved. He also had probably the coolest dog I've ever met. His seeing eye dog was the only dog I've ever met who actually spoke English. Because when I chose this guy, this blind man, to break this first board, I am certain I heard that dog say distinctly, "Are you sure about this, buddy? If you fail, I'm eating you," all right? The dog got so uptight when I brought him out there. He could sense it. He calmed him down. I brought him out. I had to let him feel where the board was. I had to use my voice to guide him beyond the board. With 200 teammates cheering so loud, my ears have definitely not recovered. This blind man flew through the board on the first try, split it in two like a piece of paper. There wasn't a dry eye in that room. But you know what he asked me almost instantly afterwards? He asked me, "Did I do it?" And then he said, "I didn't even feel it." Does anyone know someone who's blind? Anyone? What is their sense of touch like? Unbelievably acute. A blind person, especially one blind from birth, sense of touch is more acute than our vision because it has to be. They only have 4 senses to use, not 5. That's the way they find their way through the world. This man with this extraordinarily acute sense of touch did not even feel it. Why? Because his real genius was he focused only on what he wanted. He understood the secret, not on what he didn't want. Now, I'm going to get personal again. Are you focusing 90% or more of your creative vision on trying to avoid something you don't want? That's called focusing right there. Or are you focusing 90% or more of your creative vision on creating what you do want? That's focusing right there. All right? It's all a matter of what you focus on is what you create. Last one, it's not a number, but it should be. Think of Tom on this one. Celebrate! When you break your board, celebrate, have some fun. And for somebody in this room, this is the moment that you came for. Because never once have I had somebody in a seminar who didn't have this happen. I see them break their board, I'm holding the board for them, and for just a flash, I see in their eyes that they want to celebrate. They want to go, "I did it, look at me, yeah," and then they go, "Oops, gotta be cool," and they walk off like this. Don't you do it. Celebrate. Celebrate your breakthroughs. How do you feel when people you care about are celebrating their breakthroughs? How do you feel? You build teams through moments of celebration. That's what these couple days is. Celebrate. Celebrating is allowing yourself to receive. And please hear this and think about it. You will never be fully abundant until you learn to receive. Because until you learn to receive, you'll find a way to push that abundance away. So that's it. Celebrate. Focus on what you want, not what you don't want. Remember, the whole team breaks through every single board. Success means giving 100%, impossible to fail so long as you give your best, and create a compelling why. All right, that's all I need you to do is hold those beliefs as your own for today. If they work for you breaking through, take them to your business. You'll be driving these cars sooner than you think.